Hey, Coach Mike here. Hey, just want to give you guys some strength conditioning tips while you're on your break. Keep you guys in shape, keep you strong, so that way when you come back to the gym, you guys will be ready to get back at it with your tumbling. The first thing that we're going to do is we need to focus on core. Okay, so for tumbling, the core is very, very important. Without a strong core, there's a lot of different skills in tumbling that you may struggle with. So one of the things we're going to start with today is the V-ups, okay? So basically how I want you guys to do the V-up, there's multiple ways you can do it as far as your arms are concerned, but first you want to make sure that you can even just hold a hollow shape here. You can start with your arms down, and then you can try it with your arms up by your ears. And then what I want you guys to do is now just turn that into the V-up. Okay, so now I'm doing it with my arms up by my head more. You can do it with your arms down, like this, but I want you to make sure your heels are not touching the floor, and you're nice and round. Your back is touching the floor here. Make sure there's no arching in your back. And when you do these, I'd like you to do about 4 sets of 10. And if that's not enough for you, and you're a little more advanced with this, or you're a little stronger, I would bump it up to 20. So V-ups, 4 sets of 10. All right, guys. So the next one that we're gonna do is just simple leg lifts. Okay, this is great for the back handspring. It's also really good for actually building that strength to hold a layout shape. But for a lot of you that are working your back handspring and you're having a hard time getting those legs over, this is part of the reason why, is because you don't have that strength of the core to snap those legs through on the back handspring. So what you're going to do is you're just going to lay flat on the floor, okay? And all we're going to do is, you can do it 2 ways. You can do it with your arms down on the floor here, or you can do it with your arms up by your head. I would say start with your arms here to see how it goes, see if you're able to do this. So you want to lay flat. You want to make sure your back is nice and flush to the floor, and then you want to pick your feet up just a little bit off the ground, and then you want to start lifting them up to about a 90-degree angle, keeping your back flat. And then you're going to take them back down without touching the floor, and then all the way back up again. The other way you can do it, keep your arms up by your head. This is a little more advanced, without arching your back, and then lift 90 degrees, back down, and then up. And I'm doing it with a controlled motion. I'm not letting my legs fall hard to the floor. Okay, I'm bringing them up nice and easy, and I'm letting them down nice and easy. Okay, so with that exercise, I would like you to do 4 sets of 10. And like I said before, if you're a little stronger, you can bump that up to 4 sets of 20. All right, guys, so the next thing that we're going to do for your strength and conditioning for your tumbling is shoulders. So shoulders are just like the core. They're a really big part of your strength for tumbling. So what we need to do is if you get permission from mom or dad, see if there's a wall in your house or somewhere that you can walk your feet up. We're going to do some handstands against a wall. You can either kick up to the wall, or you can walk your feet up to the wall. It's up to you. But what we're going to do is basically you're just going to walk your feet up, hold the handstand, and you're just going to count to 10. So I'd like you to do 4 of those. So you walk your feet up, count to 10, walk your feet down, and shake it out, take a little bit of a break, and walk them up again and hold it. So that's the first thing you're going to do. So you just put your hands on the floor, walk your feet up the wall, head in, stay nice and round, hold that shape. And as you're doing that, you want to make sure that you're pushing down into the floor through those shoulders as hard as you can. Don't get relaxed in the shoulders. Push all the way down as hard as you can. Count to 10, like I said, come down and do it again. The other thing I want you guys to do is when you're in that handstand, I want you guys to also incorporate some shrugs. So you're going to go into the handstand, and you're going to shrug while you're in the handstand. Okay, so I want you guys to do 4 sets of 5 shrugs when you're in the handstand. All right, guys, okay. So the last thing that we're going to do for our strength conditioning is we're going to do push-ups, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 different kinds. We're going to do a wider grip, and we're going to do a close grip push-up. Okay, so the first one, you're just going to go, I usually go a little bit wider than the shoulders. Okay, you want to make sure that you're squeezing your bottom, you're nice and round, there's no arching on your back, squeezing your bottom, and you're going to try to go down as far as you can on that push-up, okay? So you're going to go all the way down, all the way back up. Now, The other way you can do that, if that's too difficult for you right now, you can do the modified push-up. So the same thing you want to do the same thing with your arms, but I want you to put your knees on the floor, make sure you're nice and flat here, and then the same idea. So you want to go down and then back up again, but make sure when you do it, you're not sticking your butt out when you go down. Nice and straight, nice and flat back, and then all the way through here. The second one I want you to do is a closer grip push-up. So you're gonna put your hands closer together here. I usually say thumbs together, nice and tight. Squeeze your bottom, nice and round in the back, and all the way down. This is gonna work more of your tricep muscle. Okay, here's a side view. So we're gonna go here. Same thing, shoulders over the hands, all the way down, back up. Like before, if that's too difficult, go to your knees and push it from there. With the push-ups, I'd like you guys to try to start with 4 sets of 5. If that's too easy, then bump it up to 4 sets of 10. Hey guys, thanks for joining me for Tumbling Strength and Conditioning, and stay safe.